Hiya.
Evening, so I thought I'd jump on because, as per usual, I don't get my camera out as we're doing something. So, you might notice behind me, there's a man digging my garden up.
Sex again!
So I'll run you through what we're going to do. So Jake, currently, well, I have been helping as well, but I just ran to get the camera. Don't you pull that face. So we're going to bury some sleepers in to the ground along level with the decking because our garden is on a slope. So anything we plant at the front, back even, dies, everything just gets really dry. Everything's unlevel, so the boys can't have a paddling pool or anything like that. So it's going to be like a tiered garden. So it's going to be, obviously we've got the patio area, which I'm not going to film right now because Gray's currently potty training naked on there. So you've got your patio area. This is going to keep this as normal lawn area as it is, and then that's going to be slightly higher so it's level. So we were just discussing this, going to get fake turf and have all the plants. We're going to remove all the plants in this back border, keep the egg chair because that's where the boys like to kind of sit, a quiet area, and then we're going to fake turf from the sleepers, maybe fake turf to the back fence, because then that gives us space to, like next summer, the boys can have a paddling pool and it can be flat. And then also we were thinking, because the trampoline's getting on our nerves at the minute, because all it does is squeak. Gray gets overstimulated on it and can't calm himself down, so then he screams for hours. So we thought we're going to get maybe rid of the trampoline, and alternatively in this area here where my sweet corn currently is, because that was just provisional, because we're going to just test growing some stuff, like a climbing frame.
That's another whim.
What?
Sweet corn.
Oh no, because we eat sweet corn. It's not a whim. You're growing it and eating it.
No, today you got Charlie Dimmock vibes, you know. The other day you had, I can't think of the gardener. Monty, no, what's his name? Monty Don. Yeah, I think Monty Python.
Those was as well. So yeah, so that's our plan for up here, to raise this so it's level. The chicken coop's going to get a refurb as well. Hopefully it'll be fake grass, and then it can be like a play area for the boys. And then what we're going to do down here, you're right, Gray? I'm just sneaking round to get a better angle. So this is where the trampoline was. We had a hidden, well, the trampoline was hidden in that area there, and we had all big bushes around it so you couldn't see it. So what we're going to do is, this is all going to be like a paved dining area. So the bit where the pond is on, come round again, sorry, so everything's a squeeze. Currently, I've started doing it today, moving out plants. This is all going to go, all these plants, and the pond will eventually be down on the patio area with like a dining set. It's going to be squared off along here to be in line with that, and it's all going to be edged with sleepers. So it'll be like a paved dining area, because we do entertain a lot all throughout the year really, because even in the winter when we're outside we do a lot of fire pits, things like that, because the boys like having fires.
And no one else likes their house being messed up by our kids.
And no one else likes their houses being messed up by our kids, so it just makes sense to have the people around here. So that is the plan. So because we're tight and we don't have a lot of money to pay out for gardeners to come and do it for us, we're going to do all the work ourselves. So we will film ourselves the whole process. There'll be lots of swearing, lots of arguments along the way, I imagine. Lots of sweating. So all of the mud that we're going to dig up from that area where the pond is, so we've got to go level probably a good couple of foot down to the floor, we're going to fill into that area to make it level, to raise it up.
Too tight for a skip.
Well yeah, we also don't want to pay for a skip, so it just makes sense to do that as well. Yeah. So that's the plan. So I'm going to carry on helping Jacob now line these sleepers up, and we shall record the process for you. So if you're into garden renovations, this is the vlog to be at. So like and subscribe to see more garden content.
Do you remember that programme?
What?
The Autism Gardener.
Autism Gardener?
He had a whole crew. And
he had pink hair.
His were like pretty mad.
He had pink hair, didn't he? He was more like Asperger's, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he had special needs helpers. Because I remember that one episode. I remember that there was that one episode where obviously all the helpers that helped him out, they had learning difficulties, and one of the gardeners backed onto a train line.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
every time the train went round the back, that all the workers were stopping, like flapping their hands, getting excited.
I'll be
I love that.
Not me, the truck's here.
We should see if they're available. And look, me and my forgetful brain got the chicken eggs out. And I've left them on the roof. Day one, operation, put the sleepers in. Bruno, can you pass me the drill? He's not going to pass me the drill, is he? Jake's there.
That's the case of the legs. Oh, thank you for the bucket.
Bruno's bringing a bucket.
Thank you. I want one.
Right, I've got to pre-drill this hole. And then we'll... Oh my God. Christ.
Blood drilled it.
Right, so I've just drilled these posts in to hold this one in. Concrete has been, what's it called? Postcrete around the posts. Jake's got his special digger tool.
Concrete for posts.
Digging some more to keep them in. Bruno's helping. Yes, Bruno's still in his pyjama top and just his pants because it's a Saturday.
Oh, I can't show that.
Blur it out.
Huh?
Blur it out.
I'll cut it out.
We'll cut out his pants. No, that sounded even worse.
Cut out his pants.
We'll cut out the part of the film where Bruno was just in his pants, is what I meant to say. The chickens are watching. You're supposed to be digging up the mud that Dad's just put in there for you to root around for worms. But no, you're too busy being nosy. So this is what we're doing so far. Look at the muscles. Muscles from Brussels. Hey. Here he comes again.
I'm working faster! Look, slow and steady. Wings the race, okay?
I just got your head then, Bruno. Should put some shorts on you. What's Daddy doing? You gonna help Daddy? Go on then. Now I've got some shorts on you, you're gonna go in, are you? Thanks, bro. It's very muggy. So, I'll run through the plans again. Let me just turn that around so I can see myself. Of what we're doing, just in case anyone missed that part. So this
The plans change daily.
So the sleepers are going in to raise the back part up because our garden is currently on a slope, which means that we can't put a paddling pool down on the lawn without it obviously filling up deeper at one end and then flooding the garden. Or even if we put a trampoline up here, which we're not, or a swing set, everything has to be then dug into the ground because it's not level. So the idea is we're taking the mud out of this area, which is going to be our seating area where the pond currently is. That's going to fill in this area. It's going to be built up, flat, turf it. So we basically have like a tiered garden going on. So this is the plan. Bruno's currently helping Dad by watching. He's a bit of a slave driver and he likes it. When you work, you've got to keep on working and not stopping. Isn't that right, Boo? Bruno, say Daddy, work. Bruno, Bru, say Daddy. Say Daddy,
Touch it.
work. Say work.
Go.
Go. Good boy. He's a, what would he be? Is it the foreman on a building site? Site manager?
All the above.
All the above. The bossy one, basically.
What was it? You can always do a hyperlapse on your phone.
What, use my phone battery?
Yeah, and there's a hyperlapse. It's when it goes really, really fast, like you're working and everything. That's my impression.
What, so film it on my phone normal?
So literally, you put your phone somewhere. No, on your phone it's called a hyperlapse.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
See, I'm not very technical, so we're going to get my phone and do a hyperlapse because it'll be hours and hours of us moaning and shouting at each other and getting muddy. Which might be entertaining, but... So while Jake's just digging another post for the hole, I thought I'd stop because we just had to stop a minute ago. Because Clemmy here, my little chick, not saying I've got a favourite or anything, but if I did have a favourite, it would probably be Clemmy. I noticed she was hobbling and her little leg ring, I don't know where Jake's thrown it. I don't know where it is. Well, they've got little coloured red blings on and it got caught around her foot and her toes, and now her foot's swollen and she's holding it up like a little flamingo. Aren't you, Clem? Always a drama. Is your foot okay? Don't pick my finger. You see your foot? So I might have to do some medical intervention later. or medical intervention. Antiseptic spray. Bit of iodine on that, hey Clem. Oh, done for today. So all of the sleepers are in, they're in place, they've been cemented in, posts are in, as you've just seen from the time-lapse video. I have just planed the corners and the top to take the sharp edges off, because if any child is going to fall over and hurt themselves, it will be one of mine and smack their head on this. So it's rounded now, so I've rounded the edges off there, sanded it down to get rid of any little splinters on the edge. So that's it for today. So we're going to tidy it up now, put all the tools away. Bruno's been a fantastic help. I mean, at the minute he's really helping tidy up the saw area, because as you can see, look. Hey Boo, you playing with the sawdust? Ready, go! Makes a great sensory toy. It's not plugged in, everybody, so it's fine. So we're going to tidy up, and then it's time to do their dinner, because it's already 4:45. The day flies past. My house is now covered in sawdust, isn't it? Wow, so now I've got to hoover the house. So we're done. So we're going to tidy up. We'll crack on again tomorrow. Morning. So because I'm really unprepared, I forgot to vlog when I started doing it. But we've obviously in the garden made some changes to what we had already done. So we did originally put up a height of 2 sleepers here. But when we stood on it, we could see into our neighbour's garden, and it means that if they can see into our garden, they can see into...
What?
Sorry, if we can see into their garden, they can see into our garden, which isn't great when you've got children that don't like to wear clothes that much. So we've taken it back down to 1 level, much to Jake's delight. But it does mean we've got spare sleepers, so we've managed to just put a sleeper in front of the chicken coop, because obviously when that's raised, it's going to be level with that, so the mud doesn't spill into there. That will get upgraded, but chickens are fine.
I'm fine.
Where they are at the minute. So the next plan of action is we've got to take out these plants, move them elsewhere, to move all the mud from here over there. But what I have just done, Mason and Bruno are out by the way, so it's just great, which means I can get things done, is I've just moved the pond from here to here.
Oh, wow.
So where the trampoline was. It's just filling up at the minute. These poor fish have been for the ringer at the minute. They really have. I mean, I don't know how many times that their water's been changed and everything, but that's going to stay there provisionally. But I actually quite like it there. The trampoline's just here for now. I've just scooted it along. But unfortunately, we are going to have to get rid of it because it's falling to pieces. The net, well, it's disgusting. Let me show you. I mean, ugh. You've seen it before, but it's covered in spit from where Gray likes the sensory spit all over it. There's more bolts missing that are actually holding it in place at the minute, so it rattles like crazy when they're on it. But also the issue that we're having, so I'm just going to sit down, is that when Gray's been going on it, as much as he loves it, it's almost getting him too overstimulated, so he's finding it really hard to kind of calm down after. So he's getting really angry, which then is in turn setting his brothers off. So it's one big fight. He is out here now, but I'm not filming him because he's got no clothes on. I can show you the top half. Hey Gray, you okay? He's looking at the fish. I'll turn the pump on in a minute. It's got to get full first, okay? So yeah, the trampoline is going to have to come down, but we do plan in the future of getting a climbing frame. But do you know what? They've got so many toys and things. They've got little trampets in the house. They don't need to have all this stuff. It's just something that we like to give them. So I'm going to continue doing this, try and tidy up this area. Got a lot of mess to clean up. Complete. So, pond is in. Fish are, don't get too close, but fish are eating.
I'm a piranha. They're in the Amazon.
So they're happy. I actually quite like the little dining set there. I do. Turn around. I don't actually think it looks too bad. So Jake can just dismantle this bad boy when he comes home. I'm sure he'll get great pleasure in doing that. It's a shame, I know, but it's just causing so many behavioural problems. And he literally, as you've seen his own today, he's not been on it. He'll come on it probably about 45 minutes before bedtime, and then he gets wound up for the rest of the day. So it's not like he's out there enjoying it all day. It seems to be like a to keep himself awake activity. And before he goes to bed, we don't want him to get overstimulated. And he has got his little trampette thing in his room if he does want to bounce. So yeah, I think we're just going to get rid of it. I always feel guilty, but I never had a trampoline when I was younger. Didn't have anything. We weren't allowed to kick a ball in the garden in case we broke any plants. So I think they're doing all right. So yeah, I'm going to have lunch, wait for Mason and Bruno to come home. They'll probably be home about 3. Jake will come home, and I suppose Jake will start digging something. Because now we've just got to dig out that area and move the soil up to where the behind the sleeper was. And we're just going to turf it now. I know I said we might get fake grass, but we're not. We're just going to go for turf because for the meantime, it's the cheaper option. We're coming into autumn, winter. So it's not like the kids are going to be playing out there in the winter at least anyway. So yeah, I think we're just going to do that. It is Jake's dad's birthday today, so whether or not he will do anything after work today, I don't know, because he's going to go around, possibly take one of the boys, take his presents around for him, because he stayed out last night because he had a works do, like, so they don't have a Christmas party as such, but because the team's worked hard, they have like funds put aside so they can organise like a get together, so they went out for a meal and things, so he stayed over. So yeah, I'm just going to tidy and have lunch, and we'll see what the plan is when Jake gets home. Hello, so carrying on from our working on the garden vlog. It's Saturday now. Snacks don't, never ending asking for snacks, as you can tell. Jake's at work today, but then from tomorrow he's off for 2 weeks, so we're going to carry on the whole project together. But I've just got to finish cutting away some of the dirt where we had an existing hole where the trampoline used to be, because it's not quite in line and level, so I'm going to try and dig that out a bit. Just got back from going up College Lake. Took the boys up College Lake this morning with my parents, just to get them out of the house, because yet again they have been the most destructive boys. Well, I say boys, Bruno in particular has been really destructive. Get into everything, put like a whole packet of nappies in my washing machine last night, so I had to scoop out the gel, what is the innards of the nappies, out of my washing machine, launching things into neighbours' gardens as per usual. Sorry, I'm off track because every time I start vlogging, Mason asks me for food and then he puts me off my stride. He has just had lunch, by the way. It's taken me ages to get into the cupboards as well, because we've just had to put new locks onto the cupboards with like a combination lock on them, basically, because the ones that are on here before, we learned how to get into it. I'll just place you down, hang on. This is technical stuff, this, so I've got to wrap it around all 4 of them now. It's like a massive cable tie with a lock on it, and then just make sure I change one of the numbers. So yeah, anyway, so like I said, I'm going to be digging out that part that was already existing to make it level. Some of the ground needs to come up as well to make it flat, so we can then give it a concrete base. And suggestions as well. What do you think? Should we pave it with slabs? Bear in mind, we're not going to do this existing patio straight away, because eventually we want to do the whole thing when we have a conservatory put on, so it's pointless putting it all on to rip it up again. So do we pave it with slabs that we intend to use on the whole area for there now, or I'm intrigued by that the resin flooring. Do we do that? I'm not sure. It has to be quite easy because we have to DIY it, so nothing too technical, but I've seen lots of videos on that resin flooring and it looks quite satisfying. So I'm going to continue digging, and because there's been loads of like this tarpaulin on the floor, it is like clay here, so I've got to dig all that back a bit. The size of them slugs, they're disgusting. And then this floor here, I've got to get it level down to that floor. That bit of wall there still needs to come out, and then it's going to be sleepers along there, and then concrete the floor, we think. All that rubble at the back is going to be broken up to be the hardcore for the base, which is what we've already done under there. And this is where we have been putting that mud on this area here to raise it up. It's our basharoonie thing, make it flat. So we need then finish levelling that out, topsoil it, and then we're going to chuck grass seed down, we think, for the time being, or turf, whatever, because we figured that with artificial grass, as practical as it can be for children, when you have a dog it can stink. From previous experiences, we know. We had it in our old house with our old dog, and it holds the wee smell. No matter how much they say it's got drainage, it still sits there. So it's not necessarily hygienic. So I think we're just going to do that. So I'm going to dig away, get my sweat on. I'll see you in a bit. And this is where I've got to make sure I get that out. It's dead now. Standard. Get into the roller doing it. And Bruno wants something. My phone battery has died. He had my phone in the car on the way back from College Lake. And now it's died because he can't watch something for 2 seconds when he's on YouTube. So he drains the battery, flicking from one thing to another every 2 seconds. So I'll just plug this in. And yeah, I am wearing flip-flops to do it because I wore work boots the other day when we broke the back of it, and my feet are covered in blisters. My hands are covered in blisters, so if you see me in these videos without wearing a wedding ring, we are indeed still married and absolutely fine. My fingers just swelled up. I got blisters here from holding the shovel, and my whole finger swelled up, and on the other hand as well. So that's why they're off for the minute. They're upstairs in the drawer, don't worry. We're still very much married. So you know how I've been digging up the garden today? Well, I had to stop because I came in and Bruno had yet again broken in with child locks on the cupboards, filled up my sink, emptied a whole bottle of fabric conditioner again, so now I only have one. So we gave up for the day, went and sat down, had a drink, as you do. Me and Jake come in. What are you doing, Jake?
Cleaning.
Look. You see there's little speckles on the floor. So Mason's obviously at some point been out in the mud. Hello. Oh, because he's covered in mud. The shower's going, it's everywhere. It's all over the walls, the radiators, this wall here, up the pictures. So it wasn't enough that he covered himself in mud. He also needed to cover the entire wall, the bathroom door, which I'm not aiming in the shower because the muddy child is in there. It's everywhere, absolutely everywhere. My floor is covered as well. All the toys have been brought down and put on here, so my plants have just been chucked on the floor. And oh yeah, my house plant that was there is no longer because Bruno ate that yesterday. So yeah, we're just going to tidy up now. Here comes Bruno. Did you play any part in this? Did you make the mud?
I like how you've not checked upstairs yet.
Not checked upstairs yet, because quite frankly I'm not brave enough. Let's go have a look upstairs actually, because block out the back a bit. I can only imagine that it gets worse. We're all right so far, minus some mucky walls. Keep the camera pointed at me, because as you know, Grace potty training, so there's a new child hanging around. Oh, but every toy's been poured onto the floor. I'll give you a glimpse of his bed and his floor. I'm going to walk out backwards so I don't get grey in the shot. Let's check Mason's room. No mud, but toys out everywhere. Give me my phone, you cheeky little sod. I could cry. But to be quite honest, that would be wasted energy because I'd spend all my time crying with the mess that you boys create. It's Mummy's phone, thank you very much. So yeah, I'm just going to now pick up this second bucket and help with Jake cleaning up the mud whilst their dinner's on the way. Yes. Alright, apart from every toy is out and Gray's room in his bed.
I don't mind that.
Had to be very careful filming because he's nudie up there.
Yeah. I'm not getting nude.
Great stuff. So we've flattened out this mud pit as much as possible. And after talking with my dad, we've come to the conclusion that the best thing to do would to put some weed control fabric down, got extra strong stuff, peg it down onto the floor because it's going to sink quite a lot. So the last thing we want to do is topsoil it, turf it, and then where it's so wet and clayey underneath, it drops, and then we've got to do it all again. So we're just going to cover it up to let it drop, and it might even be just a spring drop because we're coming up to winter now. So it's not like the kids are going to be out here all winter. So I'm going to do that. Jake's, I'll show you over here. So the surrounding wall of sleepers has been done, minus a couple of bits we're going to get to do along the top because it's going to be slightly higher in that area there. He's just breaking up the hardcore now to do the base. I planted in my plants yesterday around the top there because you know I'll have to do that. And he's now just going to smash. So I'm going to let you watch me lay down this weed control fabric. Let me get you in a good angle. Ooh, not there. Hi. If you're wondering where the kids are, by the way, we've locked them in this loft. No, we haven't really. Mason and Bruno have gone out with carers. Bruno's gone swimming. Mason's gone to Evanley Wood Garden, which is by Silverstone. And Grayson has gone out with my parents. Otherwise, he would have been home trashing the joint because yesterday, obviously they were all home, bank holiday Monday. Little balls of clay were found everywhere in the house where he was picking up the mud and wiping over the walls with them. Eating them, you name it, he does it. Also, bless him, obviously, as you know, he doesn't go out with carers, so he doesn't get to go out as much as his brothers. So it gives him a chance just with his nan and paws. Jake's just crying over there. You alright?
Hard one.
He had a hard one. I don't know, that's appropriate for my channel, Jake. Sergeant and Jake's off now for 2 weeks, so this is the plan. But it's Tuesday, we start this on Sunday. We've actually done pretty well. The only thing we keep not disagreeing on, but not knowing what to do with, is the bit that Jake's doing. Because we want to have all the same patio slabs for the entire patio, not just that bit. But one, it's time, and two, it's cost. We can't afford to get that all done at the same time. Do we just temporarily decking over it, because that's a cheaper alternative? Or do we concrete it? Or do we just go for it and use the slabs that we want to do? But we don't know. We don't know. We're very undecided. And we change our mind like no one's business. Change the angle again, guys. Put you down this end now. Need a drone. Well, a busy day. So we have finished what we set out to do, and that is I have completed laying all the polythene on the top there. As you can tell, the boys are home because it's now been lightly scattered with bottles, toys and blankets. Lovely. I did put down some grass seed, some Patch Magic, which is about £25 a bag because it comes up quickly. I put it down, I watered it. Mason came home and he decided to play with it and rub it into his pants. So that's no longer probably not going to work. Jake has done his, well, I helped obviously. I dug the mud out with him, but he smashed up the rubble here under that board as well with his sledgehammer, so he's feeling a bit sore now. And what we have decided to do is I'm just going to sit down because I'm aching, provisionally deck that area rather than slab it, because we do want to have the same patio slabs on the whole patio after we have a conservatory in the future. So it's the cheaper alternative than just provisionally getting slabs that we don't really want to rip up in the future and replace with slabs again for the entire area. So we're going to provisionally deck that. So yeah, it's been a busy day. Boys are home, they had great days. Bruno went swimming to the coral reef, went on all the rapids and the lazy river. He had a lovely time. Mason, as I said earlier, he went out to one of the garden, Everly Wood Gardens, had a good time. They're out again tomorrow. So we'll have Gray at home with us tomorrow. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow. I don't know what we can do tomorrow apart from plan out the decking. But yeah, so we're going to go have dinner now. And we shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Like and subscribe for more garden renovation content. We'll see you in the next one.